Blunt, the lone running back. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Martellus Bennett, 75 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Just how they wanted to start this one, in the end zone on their first possession.
And that just happened. How about that play right there? As you said, opening possession, setting the tone for everything. Now, I'm going to look forward a little bit now because everyone should be celebrating his catch in the end zone. The tight end gets a little bit of love. But if you're a receiver on the team, you should be thinking to yourself, boy, oh boy, things are going to open up the rest of the game if they have to focus on him as well.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Bryant spread out to the right. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. That throw good for 4. It's second down. This offense has some speed, and certainly Martavis Bryant, he has some speed.
He has that, and he has size. That's what makes him so difficult to cover, because just when you think you have to play him one way, the other attribute kicks in. Martavis Bryant could be an all-star real soon.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for. And that'll make it third down. In motion right is Bryant. On third down, Roethlisberger. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go on fourth down with Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. Okay, partners, New England comes out here to take the field on offense. This is such an interesting story, how they've been able to do it year after year after year. Guys talk about parity in the NFL. Well, New England has kind of transcended that parity, and they've done it with guys that you don't normally think of as household names.
The parts keep changing for New England. That's the amazing part on offense, all right? Offensive linemen change, receivers change, running backs change. We know the one constant is Tom Brady, and that's a huge deal for them. But to be able to do it in what you call the parity times, and you're exactly right, everyone's supposed to be pretty equal. New England still a top 10 offense year in and year out. In 2016, they were number 4, and that helped them with a number 1 ranked defense as well.
Gronkowski may have had to miss the Super Bowl with the injury, but he was active in that parade, and now he's back on the field. And I'll tell you what, something you mentioned to me is that he was a big cheerleader for his teammates, never hung his head through the injury, celebrated with him all the way through the title.
We've seen superstars in the past, when their team does well without them, they're happy, but they recede into the background. Right? They get out of the way because it does hurt them a little bit. They do have pride. They want to feel like, hey, without me, they may take a little bit of a step back. But with Gronk, you never saw that. You saw him with him every step of the way, cheering his team on, happy for their success. They went 11-0 without him in 2016, but I know this, they don't want to try it again. No, they want the big fella back.
And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Ryan Shazier ran so fast at his combine that many people thought someone actually ran for him. He's a linebacker who ran sub 4.4, and he uses that speed to make plays all over the field.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play. But it does bring into question One, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it. And two, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
They come out with one back and three tight ends. Here's the battering ram Blunt. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. 3.5 to go, first quarter. Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 95 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Patriots again on offense, the Super Bowl champions. And, boy, they have been able to do it a lot of times, Charles, with unsung heroes, haven't they? Look at the names that led them through the playoffs. Hogan, White, Lewis, guys you just wouldn't think of.
Yeah, Deion Lewis, a 5th-round pick, 3 touchdowns against Houston in the divisional round. Chris Hogan, undrafted. He ends up having 180 yards in receptions, including 5 plays of 20 yards or more against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And how about James White, a 4th-round pick out of Wisconsin? Think about who he played behind while he was at Wisconsin, and he turns out to be the unsung hero of the Super Bowl. Would have been the MVP if it wasn't for Tom Brady.
And you mentioned James White at Wisconsin. He was behind who? Melvin Gordon and Monte Ball, right?
That's correct.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Brady. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Bud Dupree in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So on 4th down, the left-footed Ryan Allen to kick it away for the Pats. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here.
These two. These two. Okay. Hey, check 24.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger backing up. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's 3rd down.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Time running out here on the play clock. They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. And this one complete to Marcus Wheaton. A nice gain of 21 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the...
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Antonio Brown with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers have taken the lead. That's a heck of a start to this one for him here in the first quarter.
2 receiving touchdowns, just getting the game underway essentially. I mean, there's a long way to go. If I'm on defense, I've got to figure out how to slow this guy down. Because when one guy shreds your team, that's demoralizing. Make him spread it around at least. But right now, he's showing no signs of slowing down.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. Now 4th down.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. In 12 regular season games this last year for Bell, averaging over 150 yards from scrimmage. First 2 games in the playoffs were great, but, you know, getting injured in the final game probably leaves a bad taste in his mouth.
Leaves a bad taste, gives him fuel for the next season, though, because remember for the last few...
1st and 10. It's Roethlisberger. That's complete right around the 8. And he's brought down. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll need to get the play off quickly, and they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. They come up at an offset eye.
Easy.
Play clock winding down. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the 2nd quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot at 2nd and long. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, Your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Play action. Now it's Brady. And he's got Bennett. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll run it here with Blunt. And he'll be taken. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. And Charles, I know Ryan Shazier, who made that tackle, a youngster you like a lot.
I love him, and I liked him a bunch coming out of Ohio State because the more this game leans towards speed and less on bulk, that's where Ryan Shazier excels because of his ability to run down plays. If anything goes away from him, he'll chase it. A lot of the time, he can run with tight ends, running backs downfield, and pass coverage. That only helps his outside linebackers like James Harrison and Bud Dupree get to the quarterback. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass. And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you. That's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are back within a score. Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player. And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop. And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now. I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point kicker. Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time. I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through. I don't know about that. Toe bash. I don't know about that. Super toe. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run. On second down, it's Bell. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Bryant, the man in motion right.
Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it at the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Martavis Bryant, 68 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now Dion Lewis to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the...
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran James Harrison. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Brown, the lone receiver, left. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll fake the give to Williams. Now it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ladarius Green as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Danny Amendola on the return. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And now it's 2nd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. It's caught outright, Amendola. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They slot Gronkowski outright. Throwing now is Brady. And right side caught Hogan. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before half for Brady. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. And unable to connect on the long. Now, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry. So we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The play clock's running down. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They come up in an offset eye. They go play action here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Now Brady, right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. 14 yards there on the pickup. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown. But when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Martavis Bryant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now a play fake. Brady. The throw left side complete to Hogan. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll get 23 yards there, and that's good for a New England first down.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Danny Amendola, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
To throw, it's Brady, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. In motion right is Bryant. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first.
Really good, solid run right there. And they did it from a 4-wide receiver set. And if you're an offensive coordinator, they used to tell people, hey, we're going to throw the football. Now they use 4 receivers on the field to spread things out, give them more running lanes and more options. And also, it usually takes the bigger defenders off the field, makes the defense lighter and easier to run against.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Surveying the field. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
He's got his man here. It's Green. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's Roethlisberger. On the right side, caught by Green. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Now a first down carry by Bell. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there. And it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Second down, 8. They come up in an offset eye. Now a carry for the veteran. This is D'Angelo Williams. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No,
you know I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they have been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a couple a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Brady to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Back now in Pittsburgh. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. On play action, it's Brady. He's got time. He sets to fire deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. On play action, now Brady. He's going to let it go again. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will stop right around the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Put away your inhibitions. Let the beast in you just get loose. We all young, wild, and different. We can all get hit from a little. I know you're terrified by what the future lies, but there's no compromising. It's my way or the highway. We all just slave the lust, hard building, breaking trust. Don't get wild when we come out. Like don't get loud when the come out. That's instant. Keep up with your friends thing. Tell they bougie, go wait in line with them lame. Talking real rap, tell them break your neck, go bust a rhyme. Going down, pass it around, hey. Roll with me now, we running wild, hey. Nobody gang, we on the town, hey. Never come down, I never come down. Lose it. I might lose it. Lose it. I might lose it. Everybody got guilty pleasures. Mine just tend to catch me cases. Handcuffs, police inspections, lawyers, judges, allegations. Turn on your favorite station. You hear the same old song. I feel like dog, I'm about to drop the bomb. Blow one down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running wild. Hey, and nobody can. We on the town. Hey, never come down. I never come down. Blow one down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running wild. Hey, and nobody can. We on the town. Hey, never come down. I never come down. Lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. Lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. Lose it. I might lose it.
draw. Hard to admit that I used to draw. Portraiture in a human form. Doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing. Moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and amused from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth to refuse to belong. No-name nuisance. Lose in a bedroom. Booze in a brand new cuneiform. Barely commune with the horde. Got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone out to the yap of the magpie. Unseen hand dragging his graphite. Cross contour, little bit of backlight. Black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get 3 dimensions stuffed in a 2. Then it's off to a school where it's all that you do. Being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a 2-bedroom. Doing menial jobs. Plus rhyming and stealing a bee in a clod. Distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of deer in the light. I left some will, the spirit away. I let my fears materialize. I let my skills deteriorate. Haunted by the thought of what I should have been. Continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Used to paint. Hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face. Stenciled fire in his roommate's face. It was blooming addiction. A miss and a push and a pigment. Book like a tattooed pigskin look. Pinhead kids in a minute. Drank Kool-Aid from a tube of acrylic. And I grew up in a linseed oil ever linen. Joy to the poison. Voice to the resin. Capture a map of a gesture. Back up, add a little accurate fat to the figure. Redo that, move that inward. Zinc white lightning shoots from his fingers. Studio strewn with illusion and tinctures. Stay tuned for the spooky adventures. You can imagine the stars that align when a forearm starts foreshortening right. Or a torso hung on a warping spine of a portion. Reads as warm and alive. Routine day with a dirt cheap brush. Then a week goes by and it goes untouched. Then 2, then 3, then a month. And the rest of your life to beat yourself up. I left some seasons eager to fall. I left some work to bury your life. I let my means of being dissolve. I let my person curl up and die. Eating up his innards and unfeasible anxiety is brutally committed to relinquishing his privacy, aligning with the trials of the anti-Midas. Snap on the back lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings.
Up in my face, you're not from the clique. Give me space, we might ride it. Most say that, baby, they don't love the clique. I thought they love you when you make it. This some mother. Yeah, this some mother. Friends and business don't mix, so I'm brotherless. Tryna get back close, hit them with the stiff. Gears I shift, make sure they feel the drift. Just caught the Benz, oh, with the 10. You should know, cause in every song I said, yeah, in every song I said, I'm just proud of my accomplishments. I'm a 400, I don't care at all. Have a head, no. Heard you talking about I'm real, I'm fraud. Your kids and broad ain't straight, you shouldn't care at all.
Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you what?
Please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you what?
Please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you what?
Please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you what?
Please tell me why you always leave.
Yeah, 104 times how it go down. Slaps on deck for the whole town. On mamas, man, I did it with my own sound. And I got my own city that I hold down. Just admit it already. You got plans to do it, boy, we did it already. Got a couple DMs, I done slid in already. Gotta ask YG if he hit it already. Yeah, I'm a star like Moesha's. Running up the numbers like Aisha's. Yeah, I be sliding, I be creeping. Girls these days, they just don't know how to keep it. But I got it all handled. They try to box me and I got my own angles, yeah. I'ma spend the summer getting to the cake and I'ma wishing wood on every candle. I'm like,
please tell me why you always leave.
Why you what?
Please tell me why you always hate me. Please tell me why you always hate me.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always hate me. Please tell me why you always hate me.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always hate me. Please tell me why you always hate me.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always hate me.
If you ain't know me, bet you know now. Juicy came through with the verse for me both times. In Pot Town, that's automatic, hold down. What's that? Ask no question, just hold it down. Why you hating on the progress? I'm a humble, I don't even pop what I do. I just drive the Maybach through the projects. And still brazy, I ain't even drive shit. Hate from a distance, please don't try me. Cause we'll turn it up on anybody. I see why they don't like me. Yelling out 400, they go too heavy. I'm with the posse back at it. Whoa. That mean come on, go on platinum. Whoa. That mean I got a Kindle in my mattress. Oh, I got the BD back bragging.
Please tell me why you always hate me.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always hate me. Please tell me why you always hate me.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always hate me. Please tell me why you always hate me.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always hate me. Please tell me why you always hate me.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always hate me.
There are men, and there are giants.
Bass and stills in the building, flash the camera. I'ma drop the hammer. Things done changed the hip-hop since I let Bobby out the slammer. Hip-hop start on the East Coast and then move west down to Bama. I'ma bring it back to New York. Hold on, then throw your hands up. Pass me a cup with in the club with the juice in the get bent out. Then I'ma slide with it to my ride and head up to my penthouse. Oh, I'm not trying to take it slow. Working hard, cake and dough. Open up 24. We striving for that goal.
I'll stop for nothing. I will play this game that's so easily started, not so easily parted. Giants, everything is shaking through the walls. 'Cause we are giants. Heart of David, you know it takes just one. It's time.
CNN, this is ghetto editorial. See me like milk and Oreos. Dipped inside the audio, platinum plaques in my portfolio. My lines are finest, they blow your mind like you could do what you wanna do, whether group or solo. Boston cold with a bowl of chili. Summer cheesesteak on the roll in Philly. I'm a patriot, don't do a hatred. If you make that beef, I'll smack you silly. Back on up on this. Before you with this, you better walk jumping off the building of this. Oh, got the heat of the show. Face up thermometer. I'm gonna take full control. Hey Paul, let him know.
I'll stop for nothing. I will play this game that's so easily started, not so easily parted. Giants, everything is shaking through the walls. 'Cause we are giants. Heart of David, you know it takes just one to tee off.
Novus ordo seclorum, e pluribus unum. They changing climates and replacing humans and fracking soils, wild bulldozing forests, but they can't defeat us. They could not destroy us.
Are we dreaming the same dream of money, guns, and gasoline?
For the average team, CFOs are after cream. GMOs extracting genes with everyone on my GPS.
Everything is shaking through the walls. 'Cause we are giants. Heart of David, you know it takes just one. Get some. been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist, flicking that wrist. Let me tell you about the young man. Matter of fact, I'ma let Push tell that. Take it about the old man. Had to change her heart and then fell back. Old man lived a long life. Walked around with a long quick like Jesus, that Colombiana. That's mere models like. Yeah. Look at the flick of that wrist. I'm feeling like Leonardo. Let me paint the picture. I might need a bottle. On the road to success, I can feel the throttle. That Michelangelo, hundreds in the envelope. Type when I write. And that old man had to change her heart. Wish he knew it back from the start. Like, looked around, seen his wife on the military all over the whole compound. Soon as he seen it, I swear it, I mean it, my members go quicker than dominoes. He in jail, everyone falling like dominoes. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist, flicking that wrist.
Logic. Clockwise, counterclockwise, realest in the top 5. Other 4 ain't rapping. I'm just repping for the side. Yeah, that's coastlines, Panama for the boat rides. Worth billions, and we ain't even need showtime. Just money counters and kitchenware. Condo with a in there. We got rich in there. Been a trophy since Hawaiian Sophie. Curry over Kobe. We shooting. Splash Brothers with the add in soda. Good fellas to my Aureliotis. Shades of blue, I bet you. Let the sky fall, let it rain on you.
Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist, flicking that wrist.
You're a crack at dawn, Monday morning coffee, strong, pouring everything you got into a paycheck Friday night. You're a power stroke, diesel backhoe riding king, 18-wheeler driving, living life in between the lines of clocking in and quitting time. Then the 6-string circus comes to town. We hang them speakers over the crowd. When the lights come on, everybody's screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody's singing every word to every song of the girl they're taking tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that we're having, the smoke that we're having, the party we throw, it's going all night long. When the lights come on, when the lights come on. You're a little shy thing with a wild side on a night like this. You just can't hide, cause it's time to live it up. So come on and raise your cup. If we're talking about memories, yeah, we're gonna make them. Talking about rules, you know we're gonna break them. When the lights come on, everybody's screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody's singing every word to every song of the girl they're taking tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that we're having, the smoke that we're having, the party we throw, it's going all night long. When the lights come on. cause we thinking the same thing. We on the same page cause we sipping the same drink. Here's a little something to thank y'all for showing up. Aldine and the boys are about to blow it up. When the lights come on and everybody's screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody's singing every word to every song of the girl they're taking tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that with them, the smoke that with them, the party we throw, it's going all night long. When the lights come on, when the lights come on, your buzz blowing it up, it's going all night long. When the lights come on.
This
show me what you like. Hey, I put money, I can match it for ya. I'm in this all white fit, looking like a brick and all them zippers on a jacket on ya. He got a thing for a Latin. He wanna hear a little Spanish? I told him it ain't practice it. I'm about to fill you up with status. Walk up with the click and I ain't looking like the side in this. I'm the opposite cause I'm the main event in boxing and it has the time been ticking. I've been out here playing my position. I'm about to get it now. Ain't no one about to block the hit. Cause someday, something come along. Someone to tell me I'm someone doing alright, doing alright. Somewhere, somebody that someone that's somebody that one day will be the love of my life, love of my life. But not tonight though. Hey, I'm only here for a minute. Bet you want a girl to keep it independent, and I know you gotta like a girl that's this appealing. Get you caught up in the moment, then I'll get you in your feelings. Tell your boys that you gon' meet them later on. Both of us are so taxi, leave the meter on. First time you out in Cali, never tried no strong, so you gon' have some stories to tell when you take it back home and tell them one time, Snowy always showed you what it's like. Leave you sleepy like the call the umpire. Get you out and get you rolling, get you gotta go. I got a flight up in the morning on someday, something come along. Someone to tell me I'm someone doing alright, doing alright. Somewhere, I'll find out someone that's somebody that one day will be the love of my life, love of my life. But not tonight though. He tryna catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. Shout out to my that can get it independent and ain't looking for no love though. He tryna catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. He tryna stunt and give me drinks. I got the bottles in the section and I promise to pay.
Tonight we ain't going out, so we invited everybody. The made, well, they're way too strong, but ain't nobody saying sorry. The speaker's so blown, no one knows what it is, but we keep it on repeat cause we don't want it to end. We got the rest of our lives for the rest of our lives. And the rest of tonight for whatever feels right. We're doing it our way, just acting our age. One day we'll look back just shaking our heads, but right now we're too fast to slow down just yet. We're doing it our way, just acting our age. Just acting our age. Here that I just met, but we're acting like we go back. It's 3 a.m., but we ain't done yet, trying our best to make it last. Freedom running through us like an open. We're too high on being young and there's still to race. We've got the rest of our lives for the rest of our lives, and the rest of tonight for whatever feels right. We're
The rest of our lives for the rest of our lives. And the rest of tonight for whatever feels right. We're doing it our way, just acting our age. One day we'll look back, just shaking our heads. But right now we're too fast to slow down, just yet. We're doing it our way, just acting our age. Just acting our age. Just acting our age.
Mike Will throw We set the roof on fire. 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 We set the roof